I am Prashant Raghoche from Laudel PU College. Today we are going to discuss accountancy subject for PUC first year commerce. So accountancy here, the accountancy subject is being divided into two parts. In the first part we are having nearly 8 chapters, and in the other second part we are having 5 chapters. Totally we are having 13 chapters for this year. So with the starting to the accounting, okay, we have listened to every time we listen about the word accountancy. Okay, suppose we are having a business or small shop, okay, we are getting a profits more, and now the same shop or a business we want to expand. Okay, when we go for the bank to get the finance, see, every business is been expanded. When you earn more profits, you like to expand your business, right? So for that purpose you require finance. The finance, from where you are going to get the finance? Okay, the finance you can get from the bank itself, okay, for the expansion of your business. Now when you go to the finance, the question arises, they ask the question, from this year how much profit you have earned, okay, what is your investment in the business, then how much budget you are having, and what you are going to do in future. Okay, these are all things the question stands here. Okay, to clarify these things, you will not be having any idea like how much you have invested in your business, how much profit since from last 2 years, 3 years, how much profits you are earning. Okay, so these things should be recorded. Okay, this recording is what called as the transactions, how transactions goes across. Okay, when you are starting up the business, you require the fixed assets. Now how much you have invested in fixed asset, how much you are taking in the current assets, these all transactions has to be recorded. Okay, when you start up the business, then when you are expanding, the word comes with the finance. Then when you go to the bank and ask for the loan, that time all the transactions has to be shown. Now what all things you require can be maintained and kept in the accountancy only. Okay, the transactions. Okay, so in this syllabus we are going to discuss the accounting. Okay, in this first chapter we are going to discuss introduction of the accounting under the first part of the accountancy. In this we are going to see the meaning of accounting, then accounting as a source of information, okay, then further role of accounting, then nextly the objectives of accounting, what are the objectives of accounting, okay, then nextly what are the basic terms used in accounting, like the terms like transactions, assets, liabilities, then capital, sales, revenue, expenses. These are nothing but the basic terms used in the first chapter, in the introduction part of the accountancy. Then from this chapter, how many marks we are going to get? The questions arises. From this first chapter, we are going to get 3 marks questions. From this first chapter, we will be getting 3 questions for 1 marks. Okay. Then coming to the second. What is the second chapter? The theory base of accounting. From this second chapter, what we are going to discuss? Now, the first point comes with the gap. What is this gap? Generally, accounting accepted principle. Now, we call this gap as a GAAP. This is what generally accepted accounting principle we call here. So, in this chapter, what all things we are going to discuss is, one is the gap, then nextly the basic accounting concepts like money measurement, going concern, accounting period, then dual aspect, revenue recognition, then full disclosure of contingency. These all things we are going to discuss here. Then systems of accounting, then basics of accounting, then accounting standards, then international financial reporting standards. Now even this is a theoretical part for the second chapter. Even we will be having 3 marks questions from the second chapter. Okay, then coming across towards the third chapter. What is recording of transactions? Now recording of the transactions means what all transactions you are going to get throughout the year in the business, that transactions we are going to record here. From this chapter, what all things we are going to learn here: business transaction and the source document. See, every transaction what you make, it should have a documentation. Okay, that we are going to know from this chapter. Then preparation of accounting vouchers, the receipts. Vouchers are nothing but the receipts. Then accounting equations. Then books of original entry, that is the journals what we are going to make here. Then next the ledger. The when you pass the ledger journals, the ledger posting we have to make from this chapter. And most probably nearly 21 marks questions we are going to get from the third chapter. Okay, the third chapter contains 21 marks. Then coming across, same continuation in the fourth chapter, recording the transaction, second part. What all things we are going to see here? See, when the transactions you are recording, the transactions which are there are cash based or credit based. To record these things, we need to maintain a cash book. In that cash book, what all things are there? Single column cash book, double column cash book, petty cash book, then balancing of cash book we are going to make, then even purchase book, then purchase return book we are going to make, sales book, sales return book we are going to make here, then journal proper we are going to make, then balancing the accounting from the fourth chapter. See, one of the most important fourth chapter, because it is going to give us nearly 25 marks. Fourth chapter is going to give us 25 marks. Means 25 marks questions we are going to get from the fourth chapter. So from this overall 13 chapters, the most important chapter is the fourth chapter here. Okay. Then further from the fifth chapter. Now bank reconciliation statement. Now what is the need of reconciliation? Okay, needs of reconciliation we are going to see. The timing differences, then time caused by errors. Okay, then preparation of bank reconciliation statement, then adjustment of cash book. See, when you are going to maintain a statement in the banks, you require this all to be kept. So this is what preparation of bank reconciliation statement we are going to see, and it contains 14 marks. 14 marks questions we are going to get from this bank reconciliation statement, fifth chapter. Okay, then coming to the sixth chapter, what this sixth chapter tells us. Here we are going to make a trial balance and rectification of the errors. Now in this trial balance, what are things we are going to learn? First, the meaning of trial balance we are going to get. Then the objectives of preparing trial balance. For what purpose? Okay, the main objective of the trial balance is what? To know that objectives we are going to discuss. Then preparation of trial balance. How we prepare a trial balance we are going to see from this chapter. Then significance of agreement of trial balance we are going to see here. Means like classification of errors, errors of commission, errors of omission we are going to see from this sixth chapter. Okay. Then searching the errors also. Even we need to search the errors in the transactions which are being recorded. Okay. Then rectification of the errors we are going to do here. Then from this chapter, how much marks we are going to get is 9 marks. Questions we will be getting from the sixth chapter. Okay. Then coming across the further 7th chapter is the depreciation, provision and the reserve. Now what the word depreciation means? Depreciation means reduction in the value of the assets. Okay, that is what the reduction. When we purchase any of the fixed assets, at the time period we get their value reduced. Okay, so we maintain a depreciation. Now in this chapter we are going to see the meaning and the features of the depreciation, then depreciation and the other terms like depletion and amortization we are going to see, then causes of depreciation, then needs of depreciation, then factors affecting the amount of depreciation, how the factors are being affected here. Then methods of calculating depreciation amount. Then further, methods of recording depreciation. Under which method you are going to record the depreciation account. Okay. So then further, disposal of assets, use of disposal accounts, then provisions, then reserves, then secret reserve. Nearly all the theoretical part as well as practical part we are going to get from this 7th chapter. And how many marks we are going to get from this chapter is 14 marks. 14 marks questions we are going to get from the 7th chapter. Okay. Now coming towards the 8th chapter. Now bills of exchange. What this bills of exchange means and what we are going to learn from this 8th chapter. Okay. Here we are going to learn the meaning of bills of exchange, what the bills of exchange means, and the parties under the bills of exchange we are going to see. Then promissory note. What is this promissory note we are going to see? The parties of promissory notes we are going to see. Then advantages of bills of exchange. Then maturity of bills of exchange. Then discounting of bills of exchange. Then endorsement of bills, and the nextly accounting treatment. How the accounting treatment is been given for them. Then dishonor of bills, renewal of bills, retiring of the bills, then accommodation of the bills. These are the concepts which we are going to learn from the 8th chapter calling as a bills of exchange. And in this chapter we are going to get 13 marks. After learning for the examination purpose, we are going to get the 13 mark questions from it. It will be a 1 marks, 2 marks, and the further problems also. Okay. Then further, this is all about the part 1. Part 1, nearly we are going to get a 60 marks. From part 1 book, first book, we are going to get a 60 mark questions totally from 1st to 8th chapter. Now coming across to the other part, from the second part, chapter number 9, financial statement. Now what financial statement we are going to see here? Yes, here we are going to take a stakeholder and the information requirements. Then we are going to discuss the distinction between capital and the revenue. Then financial statements. Then preparing trading and profit and loss account we are going to make from this financial statements. Then nextly we are going to see operating profit, that is earning before interest and tax, we are going to see from this chapter. Then next, at last, we are going to see the balance sheet from this chapter. From the 9th chapter we are going to see these all things. And how much marks we are going to get from this chapter is 8 marks. 8 marks we are going to get from learning this chapter. Okay, then coming to the next, financial statement 2, in the second part. In the second part of the financial statement, what things we are going to learn. First is a need for adjustment. What are the needs of the adjustment? Then closing stock, outstanding expenses, preparation of expenses, then accrued income received in advance, then depreciation, then the bad debts, then provision for bad debts, then provision for discounts on debentures, manager's commission, and interest on capital. These are the things what we are going to learn from the 10th chapter. And how many marks we are going to get from this chapter is 13 marks. We are going to get 13 marks from this chapter. Then nextly, 11th chapter. In the 11th chapter, accounting for incomplete records. Now, incomplete record means what incomplete records we are going to learn is, here we are going to know the meaning of incomplete records. Then reasons for incompletion or limitations. What are the reasons for incomplete record? Why you have not completed all the records? Why the records are not maintained? Incomplete. These all things with the limitations we are going to learn here. Then we are going to ascertain the profit and loss account. Profit and loss account we are going to ascertain from this chapter. Okay. Then further, preparation of trading profit and loss account. After this, preparation of trading profit and loss account we are going to do from this chapter. Then how much marks we are going to get from this chapter is 19 marks. 19 marks we are going to get from the 11th chapter. Now coming across towards the last for the 12th chapter, application of computers in accounting. See how useful we are by using the applications which are being used in the accounting from the computers. See, here we are going to see meaning and elements of the computer system, then capacities of the computer system, then limitations of the computer system, then components of the computer, then evaluation of the computerized accounting, then features of the computerized accounting, then nextly management information system and accounting information system. So these are all things we are going to learn from the 12th chapter. From after learning 12th chapter, how many marks we are going to get the questions? How many marks we are going to get is 3 marks. We are going to get the questions from this 12th chapter. At the last, from the 13th chapter, what we are going to learn? Computerized accounting system. Traditionally, all the transactions were recorded in the books. Okay, but now in the today's generation, we are going to record all the transaction based on the computer system. Okay, how we are going to make or use the computers are here in this concept. We are going to see the concept of computerized accounting system, then comparison between manual and computerized accounting, then nextly advantages of computerized accounting system, then limitations, what are the limitations of the computerized accounting system, then sources of accounting software. Now which are the softwares used in the accounting system in the computers, that we are going to see here. Then generation consideration before sourcing the accounting software. Now which all softwares we are going to use is example like Tally. For recording transactions we use Tally. So from these all concepts from the 13th chapter, how many marks we are going to get is 7 marks. After learning this 13th chapter, we are going to get a 7 mark questions. Okay, that will be standing with the 1 marks, 2 marks and the further 4 mark question. Okay, so here we end with the discussion of the syllabus. Thank you.